All right, so today I'll be talking to you about the generational gap. The generational gap is something that is in the workplace today and it's changed between many cultures. The multi-generational gap, coexistence in the workplace, the challenge of communication within the multi-generational environment. What is the big fuss? Who exactly are these people that I should be trying to effectively communicate with? You got traditionalists, baby boomers, Generation X, and millennials. These are the three groups. Traditionalist workplace motivators. What is the importance of the traditionalists in the workplace? Traditionalist attitude towards working. Traditionalists usually like working. They feel as if you can change the world, but unless you really know what you're doing, please don't. So that's their view on it. Baby boomer workplace motivators. What is important to be the baby boomer in the workplace? What is the baby boomer attitude towards the workplace? So baby boomers are literally, they think they can do everything, and they have a very good outlet on the world. Generation X. What are the generational Xers motivators in the workplace? What is important to Generation X in the workplace? They have a number of things. They love flexibility, independence, pragmatism, and motivation. So these all things constitute that of Generation X. What are the millennials motivators in the workplace? What is important to millennials in the workplace? The millennials' attitude towards the workplace are they're very easygoing and somewhat lazy. These are some of the stereotypical conclusions that have been made over the years. So the statistics do indeed show that traditionalists usually work hard, so do baby boomers, so do Generation X, and so does millennials. But do they work well together in conjunction? That is something that is highly discussed nowadays. So in this current day and age, the workplace is changing. So what are tips to bridge the multi-generational gap? It's really just understanding one another and working for one cohesive goal. A lack of understanding across generations can have detrimental effects on communication, working relationships, and undermine effective services. Understanding each other is what makes life more efficient. Each generation brings something different to the table, so why not understand them? Everybody has their own likes and dislikes on the workplace, but you have to understand that, traditionalists have that view and they want to do better. The ability to be a part of a group and work with a team is very important to them. Their views on social responsibility are highly recommended as well. The likes and dislikes in the workplace, the ability to work in a group or being part of a team, views on company social responsibility. So the company feels as if everybody should have the same social responsibility. So baby boomers really love to work together and have a cohesive group. The likes and dislikes of the workplace, the ability to work in a group or being part of a team, views on company social responsibility. So they feel as if everybody carries a designated social responsibility. So that's pretty much how Generation X feels. The likes and dislikes of the workplace of millennials. Millennials, they have a tendency to be lazy, or that's how they're sort of viewed in this day and age. They feel as if the hard work wasn't instilled into them as they could have been back in the day. So that's really millennials' point of view. How to get traditionalists interested in working with you. You really just have to, show you're interested in new things, show that you're willing to learn and get out of your comfort zone. That's really how traditionalists want to get out their workplace, as well as baby boomers. So traditionalists, baby boomers, Generation X, and millennial all have like a retention likelihood to keep to themselves. They'd rather be with like-minded fellows like themselves rather than other people. But we have to integrate that. Traditionalists' preferred type of communication is more of a verbal type of communication, face to face. They're very interpersonal people. So that's how traditionalists usually like to communicate. Generation X prefer type of communication. Generation X likes to, they like to project their voice in any way they can. They love to be heard. They feel as if their voice matters, and that's great. Like they feel as if that comes with anybody. So yeah, that's pretty much what they like to do. So Generation X is they feel as if they need to maximize workplace productivity and whatnot, and they just have a true feeling of genuity when it comes to work. Millennials prefer a type of communication. Millennials like to link up, be on their iPhones and whatnot, and just talk to each other. So that's truly how they are. So that's millennials. So every generation has their strengths and weaknesses. Learning how to bridge the communication gap between each other is the way to lead to one cohesive environment. So learning to be with the young, the old, no matter the generation, learning each other will ultimately help each other in the long run.